Alrighty. Let's wait for everyone to get in. Wish I had some good music. Some like good elevator music. All right. So, Monday Night Football. Neither game was sensational as we saw it. Starting with the Lions, they don't get enough credit for being the worst franchise in sports history. Second, get Robbie Anderson the ball. Third, I thought Fireman Ed was retired. Fourth, Sam Darnold actually made some okay throws. But man, do the Lions look atrocious. Okay, let's get to the crux of what we just saw. The Oakland Raiders, yeah. He needs touches. Come on, he's a playmaker. Get him the ball. The Oakland Raiders. Leave your thoughts in the comments. I'm going to spit a few of my own, and then I want to hear from all of you. First drive was amazing. 7 plays, about 75 yards. Jon Gruden looked like he belonged in the National Football League after taking 10 years off. I just saw a stat on ESPN and the post show that Jon Gruden's first game in 98, he lost by 20 at Kansas City. And his first game back now with Oakland, lost by 20. Buffalo Soldier just hit the nail on the head. First half, the Raiders were sensational. Derek Carr, I have his numbers right here. Derek Carr was 20 of 24 for 199 yards. And then he finishes with 3 picks. One of them is literally the easiest interception that Corey Littleton will ever make in his life, where it was a lame duck throw by Derek Carr. The Marcus Peters pick 6. The celebration was sexy as hell. It was similar to what Marshawn, he was mocking Marshawn in a way, even though they're good buds. Both grew up together or around the same area. When Marshawn would grab his crotch when he was going into the end zone. Gucci, I'll get to your question in a second, bro. Derek Carr was flat out awful in the second half. The Rams adjusted really well in the second half. Something that is not going to be talked about at all is that Ndamukong Suh was nowhere to be seen in this entire game. And yet the defensive line is going to get credit. Michael Brockers looked really good. Aaron Donald was fine. And Ndamukong Suh was nowhere to be found. Nowhere. So, again, the Raiders had one good possession. And then after that, they crumbled, specifically in the second half, when the LA Rams scored 23 straight points. On top of that, Jared Goff made money throws, man. Money throws. Cooper Kupp is going to continue to probably be destined for a New England Patriots role. Man, Goff made some good throws. Get Brandon Cooks more involved. Similarly to the New York Jets, get Robbie Anderson involved. Yeah, get Brandon Cooks involved. Jared Cook, meanwhile, for the Raiders, had a sensational first half. But again, everyone else did. It's a 2-half game. There's a reason for it. And Amari Cooper had a catch for like 9 yards. Are you kidding? How do you not get Amari Cooper the football more often? From a fantasy perspective, the Oakland Raiders running back by committee group looks treacherous for the entire season. Jalen Richard gets the third down reps. Doug Martin is sprinkled in there. And you got to get Marshawn the ball because it's lightning in a bottle with him. Okay, questions. I know that you guys sent in some. Man, 23 unanswered. That is insane. All right, let's see. Let's see. General Kenobi says, hello there. Hello, sir. Do you think the Giants held up against Jacksonville? No, they lost. What you mean? Buffalo. Cooper was a no-show. They only have Cook. That's amazing. It's amazing that we're complimenting Jared Cook at this point. Jared Cook, former LA Ram. Derek Carr playing like his brother said, I am Indian. All right, let's backtrack for a second. So David Carr was drafted by the Houston Texans when they were just coming into the league. He had no offensive line play whatsoever. So we cannot be tough on David Carr. He got killed out there. Similarly with Joey Harrington when he got drafted out of Oregon and went to Detroit, he got killed. Come on. We got to look at offensive line play when we're taking this into consideration. Who else? Buffalo Soldier said what's popping. What up, dude? Super Bowl finalists, dude, it's 1 week. I mean, Super Bowl finalists. What do I get if I win? If I get both conferences respectively, what do I win? The Rams didn't even play well, and they won that game easily, said Indian. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Cooper was a no-show. They only have Cook. We saw that one. I have a question. Will Cooper be good like he was a couple years ago, or is he a bust? Hell no, he's not a bust. This is the problem that I have with us as sports fans, is that we try to draw these ridiculous conclusions after a single game. Like NBA Twitter did the same exact thing in Summer League, where Svi Mikhailuk is now the MVP. Furkan Korkmaz is Michael Jordan. Like, it's Summer League. It's Summer League. I'm sorry that I have to, spit facts and put this in perspective for everybody, but it's one damn week of football. Do you really think that the New York Jets are going to go 16-0? Absolutely not. Do you think Detroit is not going to win a game? No, they look better than when, what's his name was coaching? The dude who's on the Cowboys. Let's see. Who do we got? None your business. Sensational. Mahomes. Talk about Mahomes. We did today on the show. Check it out. YouTube.com/TYT Sports. Also send in your comments via Super Chat. YouTube Super Chat. Was Bill Belichick, Adrian asked, was Bill Belichick chuckling because of the Lions, or was he salty over Sam Darnold? No, he's chuckling his way to the playoffs, bro. Every single year. There's 3 givens: death, taxes, and the Patriots almost making the Super Bowl. Jesus, what a name. Jerker Curves. I was surprised that Sue was completely quiet. Who has the better offense, the Chiefs or the Rams? Right now, the Chiefs. It's amazing because the Chargers are doo-doo, yet the defense is supposed to be good this year. That's why I'm going with the Chiefs, because they look legit offensively, man. Having Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce was silent. They didn't even get the best out of him. Patrick Mahomes looks good. David, I assume he said Davis, but JBJG says, Davis Carr was my high school quarterback. No joke. I was surprised as hell he even made the NFL, let alone such a high draft pick. He was taken in the 5th round. Or the 4th round. Is that too high? Also, he just got a ton of guaranteed money. He was in the MVP conversation. So look, he may not have been great in high school, but did you see him at Fresno State? He was awesome. Rivers might have a comeback season this year. Don't sleep, says Buffalo Soldier. No, I'm not sleeping on him. I got him in fantasy. JB, is Khalil Mack worth the money? Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game yesterday? Screw you, Nick. Nick Farrell. So we're going to act like Rick didn't snap his leg in half? Bro. It's skinny, but it's working. All right, what else? I have a feeling the Pats make the AFC Championship game and Warriors Celtics is the NBA Finals. Yeah, all 3 of those are looking good. All 3 of those are looking good. Native Gaming, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, that's all. Love the channel. Love you, bro. Thank you for watching. Jacob Queen, David Carr was number 1. Yeah, that's what I said. He was number 1 overall, and he had no line play. We have to take into consideration that literally all of football starts with offensive and defensive linemen. And yet we give 0 credit to offensive linemen. I've said this a million times on the show. And if you've watched this, you know where I'm going. The only time that you know an offensive lineman is when they suck. I will prove it to you. The worst offensive lineman I've ever seen, Frank Omiel. Frank, if you're watching, I'm sorry. Frank Omiel was the worst offensive lineman I've ever seen because he was terrible with the Bears. List the worst offensive lineman you remember. And tell me it's not and list any offensive lineman you remember aside from Jonathan Ogden that you were like, oh, he was great. Why do you remember Richie Incognito? He was controversial and he bullied the crap out of a fellow lineman. That's why you know about him. Who else do we got? Julio is easily the best wide receiver in the league. Tall, strong. He wrote Sting, but I assume it's strong, fast, best hands in the league. It's a great conversation that we should have on the show. Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown, Julio Jones. That's the big three right now. If you have either one of them in fantasy, you're Gucci. Is picking the defense of whoever is going against Buffalo a safe bet for fantasy? Yes. Come on, Levi. You're better than that, Levi. Let's make this clear, okay? We're not going to go fully political. Let's just state facts. Nathan Peterman's a starting quarterback, but Colin Kaepernick's out of the league. I'll leave it at that. Packers or Vikings, who wins? Is Aaron Rodgers playing? If Aaron Rodgers is playing, then yeah, the Packers. If not, Minnesota. Though I still have Minnesota winning the division. Buffalo Soldier. Buffalo Bills, the new Cleveland Browns? No. They shouldn't have let go of Tyrod Taylor, though. Severely underrated. Do you think the Lakers make the Western Conference Finals? No, probably not. The teams are very similar, and I like that the Houston Rockets traded Ryan Anderson away and got Marcus Chris and Brandon Knight, because Brandon Knight was a starter in the league, so they just improved their bench. There we go. Drastically. So it'll probably come down to the Warriors and the Rockets, and I don't know who yet. We got to see it. Orlando Pace, great pick. Larry Allen, great pick. Here we go. I'm loving this. Who is the best Chicago quarterback since 1990? I'm going Eric Kramer. Wrong. It was unfortunately Jay Cutler. Even though he didn't give a crap about his job. Jay Cutler could smoke a cigarette and either throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns or negative 400 yards and 4 interceptions in the blink of an eye, and yet blame someone like Frank Omiel for all of his problems. Khalif Barnes, a.k.a. false start. Yeah, that's a good one. Better career, Sam Darnold or Saquon Barkley? Probably Sam Darnold because he's a quarterback, so he'll have longevity. Eric Williams, great O-lineman. Gonzo Duke, they both are trash, but Cap is better. Oh, Nathan Peterman, Josh Allen. Man. Sit, start, cut. Colin Kaepernick, Nathan Peterman, Josh Allen. No, let's try again. Sit, start, cut. Brett Hundley, Nathan Peterman, Josh Allen. Hit me with those. Pat Mahomes or Carson Wentz? Wentz. He was up for the MVP. Are you surprised the Lions got their ass kicked? No, they're an abomination to football. Was Brett's dad in the NFL? I think so. He played for UCLA. Sorry. Give me a second. He played for UCLA. You thought I was bullshitting? Shout out to Michael Spiegard for sending me that. Yeah, I gotta ask him. Chiefs Rams Super Bowl. That'd be interesting. Can you imagine, like, Pat Mahomes going to the Super Bowl his rookie year? He would not only have to be great. Think about the endorsement money that he would get. My God. He would suddenly be on... Do they make... Yeah, they make Wheaties. He'd be on every Wheaties box. Rams or Cards? Probably the Rams, obviously. You work with Denise Jones. You're a lucky dude. I'm severely lucky. She's awesome. Super talented. Warriors or Clippers? Probably the Warriors. Though... Wait, what? I read Rockets for whatever. Yeah, the Warriors. Are the Chiefs more loaded than the Rams? Man, that's a damn good question. How come everybody is sending All these questions about the Chiefs and the Rams. LA Chargers going to win the Super Bowl. Robert, man, lay off the PCP. Jay Cutler was so talented, but just didn't give a shit. Yeah, that was the knock on him. Look, man, not only was the locker room crazy, but then you had Brandon Marshall saying to Robbie Gould, get in the corner, you're just the kicker. You just kick. It's a team captain. Proved himself as an undrafted free agent. Whew. Brandon Marshall, did you realize he's on the Seattle Seahawks yesterday? Let's see. Did you see Lamar Odom and Andrew Bynum are trying to make a comeback? Yes. We did a clip on Lamar Odom, youtube.com/TYT Sports. And we did one on Andrew Bynum today. I'm sure that'll be coming out tomorrow, if not the day after. Joseph says, go Raiders. Hey, man, you can only go up from here. Could Tyreek Hill be a running back? Yeah, of course. He could be like Tavon Austin, but like if you put 3 Tavon Austins with the speed of Devin Hester and like and the vision of like Barry Sanders. I somehow drafted Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers on my fantasy. Who should I trade? I drafted both of them for trade bait. You can't trade Aaron Rodgers yet because no one's going to want him until they could see that he's fully healthy. You hang on to Brady because Brady's literally the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. What I would actually do is probably wait till like week 4 and then trade Aaron Rodgers for a boatload because some quarterback's going to go down with injury. And then when that quarterback goes down with injury, that's when you up the ante with whoever owns said quarterback that got injured, Aaron Rodgers, and get the house back. Start Hundley. Here we go. Cut Peterman. Sit whoever else you said. See, you can't even remember him. Josh Allen sucks. Josh Allen, Brett Hundley, Nathan Peterman. I'd probably go Hundley at this point. Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. Y'all sleep. Hunter, look, man, if this is a dream, don't wake up because maybe if they continue to play in the rain. I'm starting a petition to get Eric Flowers out of New York. Bro, what is going on with that situation? They move him from the left to the right, and he still can't play. Should the Wolves fire Tibbs? I'm a Chicagoan, so I saw the rise and fall of Tom Thibodeau. You give Tom Thibodeau one more year, and privately, you ask Karl Anthony Towns what he thinks. Because that's the future of your franchise. Why is my PP yellow? It's because you're not drinking enough water. Facts. Would you cover UFC on TYT Sports? Yes, we're going to start doing that. Let's see. Will Kyrie sign with the Knicks or the Celtics? Look, again, I've said this many times. You stay as far away as you can from James Dolan because he's going to do 2 things. 3 things. He's going to ruin your career. He's going to give you nobody to play with, play around. And third, he'll probably perform at halftime, and that'll kill you in the slowest death that you could ever possibly imagine. Like, you know, in Romeo and Juliet, when they drank the poison? Tried that, but it goes on and on and on. Like, how I view James Dolan's ban is how I view the movie Agent Orange. Yeah. This band sucks. And he sucks. Chaos says, I hate all of you. Welcome to the club. Oh, man, we got a beef going on in here. Chat God and Ride or Die Raider. Oh, they're beefing. Malik said Travis Kelce's better than Gronk. You're high. Gonzo says TB12 the GOAT. All right. The Giants are screwed. Why are the Giants screwed? All time, if you could pick one quarterback to start your franchise, who would you get and why? If this goes for anytime, then it's Tom Brady. If I'm talking about one guy in his prime, it's still Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady. We don't have to overthink it. Let's see. For everybody saying Odell, it's when they're fully healthy. Those are the top 3 receivers. Jon Gruden sold Oakland out. What are you talking about, Jay? Come on, J.A. Yes, fire Tibbs, says Albert. Let's see. If the Raiders trade Carr, they save $15 million. Who's going to trade for him? What franchise? When is the chosen one Rosen start? Says Clyde. I assume you're asking when is chosen Rosen going to start? When he's chosen. Chat God says that boy soft. Who are you referring to? Is Miami still an attractive destination for free agents? That's the Miami Heat. Yeah, just get Khaled to shout you out on Snapchat. All right, I got a few more, and then I'm hitting the sack. I'm a Wolves fan. I think we should trade Jimmy Butler to LA or Boston. That's the problem, though. No one is going to trade for Jimmy Butler because he's going to hit free agency next year. So no one's going to trade you anything. They'll trade you like a second-round pick and like maybe an okay prospect to get the leg up. But then they would also collude behind closed doors to know that Jimmy's going to sign there long-term. Gerardo, stop asking weird questions. Let's see. I think Panthers are making the playoffs this year. Am I crazy? No, of course not. Washington make the playoffs. No, absolutely not. Ryan Fitzpatrick had one of the most unexpected games in a while. Who do you think in the season will have an unexpected great performance? That's a great question. I mean, like, look, call me a homer. There's this guy the Bears drafted this year when they traded with the New England Patriots getting a second-round pick. Anthony Miller out of Memphis is going to have one of those games where he probably has like 3 touchdowns. He is so freaking talented. Where do you have the Bears finishing this year? Like 7-9. Is Jimmy G overhyped or overrated? You're asking literally the same question. Best Rocky movie 1. What is the worst comment you read about yourself on YouTube? It's too many. Yeah, there's too many. All of them are bad. Glad your leg looks better. Have a good one, Rick. JB, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Bills or Lions, worst team in the NFL, the Bills. Bro, you got Nathan Peterman. And Josh Allen. You know when you knew Nathan Peterman sucked? Is when they started Tyrod Taylor, who was playing really well last year, and then Peterman starts one game. What was it, 5 interceptions? 6. It was 6 interceptions in one half, and they yank him. Proof is in the pudding, man. Do you think the Eagles have a shot at repeating? Of course. Every winner has a shot at repeating as long as you keep the core. Absolutely. Do you think the Vikings make it to the Super Bowl? Mark my words, they will. No, but I like them coming out of the NFC North. Ravens defense, the best in the league. I don't know, man. The Rams look good. Eagles defense is tough. Yeah. All right. How many games did the Browns win? 4. Bills embracing the tanking. The process. Well done, sir. Alrighty, I'm out of here. YouTube.com/TYT Sports and become a member to keep us free and independent. YouTube.com/TYT Sports and TYT.com/join. Appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you tomorrow.